Welcome back to the Ball Don't Lie podcast, Football Don't Lie podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about each team basically and giving each team's biggest needs and also what they can address not only in the draft but also in the offseason as well. And we're also going to be talking about some of the playoff teams because there were some big games this weekend as well. So we're going to be previewing the playoff picture because we're going into the last week of the regular season. So it's going to be pretty fun. And let's get right into it. So without further ado, let's just talk about each team. We can just go in an order, whatever order. And you guys can just tell me first. Let's just talk about the Jaguars. Let's talk about the Jaguars. Did the Jaguars play this week?
They played the Colts this week.
They played the Colts.
Well, they played the Jaguars last week, but they played the Colts this week.
Yeah, no, they played the Patriots last week. They got blown out.
Patriots. My bad.
As expected, right? Like.
Yeah.
Lost by 40, and they have the Colts. They'll probably lose that. They probably have the number one pick secured. So what do you guys think the Jaguars need to address this offseason, and who do you think they should go out? Do you think they should trade down, or do you think they should take one of the top two edges in the draft?
Nah, they should 100% go. They should 100% take best player available. And I mean, there's the best player I think in this draft is Kayvon Thibodeau. Without a doubt, they're probably going to go with him anyway. So, and it helped too because the Jaguars can't really, they don't really bring pressure at all, and they don't bring pressure at all, which is why teams are able to score 50 on them. So, Kayvon Thibodeau should help a lot for them. So,
yeah, I think there's not really. The Lions may have their quarterback Jared Goff has been honestly playing well this season, so. They may just go best player available here. The Jags also just literally in general just need a new head coach just to start off with, but they're going to end up most likely taking Thibodeau here.
They'll probably go with Thibodeau or Hutchinson. The Lions run a lot of 3-4 defense. The Jags are a mix of both. If I'm looking this up correctly, apparently they run a hybrid. So I don't think that'll really factor in because they run both 3-4 and 4-3. So I think they'll take Thibodeau because I think he was the consensus number one pick. Hutchinson has made he's made it a battle, but I think Thibodeau will be number one. And what about free agency? What do you guys think they need? I think they need to fix that O-line. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, they need to. Not only do they need to fix the O-line, they also need to get one more weapon for him. Chenault is good, and so is Marvin Jones. But if they can go get a big-time receiver like Chris Godwin, that would help a lot.
He's gonna be out for a lot of next season, though, most likely.
Yeah,
too.
but no, I think he'll be back. But still, Godwin is good, bro. Like when Brady feeds him targets, he's one of the best receivers in the game. So that would help a lot. Another weapon, you could go if the Panthers don't re-sign DJ Moore. It's an option. Calvin Ridley, I don't know, but the receiver market's good this year in free agency. I think so.
It's good. I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it
right now.
Yeah, the Jaguars could go get another weapon, and that would help a lot. But O-line is probably number one priority, and getting another corner and/or linebacker that would help.
Safety too.
Safety, yes. They really don't have anything in the back end. Josh Allen
and
is
you
good.
You could probably draft a receiver late because I think the receiver position is pretty good in this.
Defensive class is really good. This year's defensive class. The offensive class is not as good.
You probably go safety in the back end too if the defensive class is good. I'm looking at O lineman right now. The best O lineman in free agency currently is Terron Armstead, and you also have Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's not looking. I think those are the only two. Bottom, you have Eric Fisher, Morgan Moses, and Charles Leno, but that's basically it as far as really good O-linemen in free agency. So you might have to secure one through the draft. I don't see Terron Armstead going to Jacksonville or any of these top guys. And then the receiver position of free agency is pretty stacked. It is pretty stacked. If I'm not mistaken, both Evans and Godwin are free agents this year for the Bucs.
No, they're going to re-sign Evans. They'll re-sign Evans. They'll re-sign Evans over Godwin, I think.
Sorry, not I was looking at Mike Williams. Mike Williams. Not Mike Evans. Yeah. Michael
Mike
Gallup.
Williams. No, I feel like the Chargers will sign Mike Williams. No way they let him go.
Michael
Especially-
Gallup. He just tore his ACL.
Gallup's another one, yeah.
So he's going to be out. Hudson, how you do? Did you say the timetable?
For who? For Lions?
For Gallup.
No, Gallup.
Oh, sorry. What did you say about Gallup?
Michael Gallup. Do you know his timetable? Because I remember you said they released his ACL injury 2 days ago or something.
Oh no, they just released that he tore his ACL 2 days ago, but I'm not too sure when he's going to be back though.
That could be an option. Christian Kirk is another guy. They have options. They just need to figure the draft process out. Next team, Detroit Lions. You guys can go. I'll go last for this team.
I mean, they take one of the edges, obviously, because they don't really, again, just like the Jaguars, they struggle with bringing pressure a lot, and they could really use some help in the defensive side of the ball, especially on the D line. So yeah, I assume they take Aiden Hutchinson here. He fits their system more, so they'll have an issue here. And then for free agency, they have a solid O-line. That's not the problem. The problem is weapons. And getting a good receiver, because this receiver class is really nice, so that would help a lot. And then also, I feel like for the Lions, linebackers another issue. And Suez, you probably agree here too. Getting another linebacker here would be important for depth. And then I really like the safeties, and I like the corners though. Akudo will be back as well. Get him some development. So, I mean, this Lions team is on the rise. They'll look good next year. I feel like they'll be a solid team, but they're very young, so it's gonna take time eventually. So, but eventually, they will be good.
I just realized I said I was talking about Jared Goff because throughout the season I've been used to the Lions having the number 1 pick, but I meant that Trevor Lawrence obviously is the guy in Jacksonville, so they're not going to be taking a QB. Obviously, as the past drafts have been QB number 1 overall, but I don't really know if there's ever been, at least like in recent years, 2 defensive end players drafted top 2 overall. But I think the Lions go defense here because, like I was saying before, Jared Goff, I think he's proved that he can be the quarterback in Detroit. May not be for very much longer, but at least for the next couple of years while they improve the defense and everything around the quarterback for when they draft one for the future. But here, I think they go the other top defensive guy in this draft, being Adam Hutchinson, who many people pointed out a lot of his flaws.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden, not Adam. I mean Aiden Hutchinson, who many people pointed out a lot of his flaws in the Michigan versus Georgia. Yeah, because I mean there's been a lot of obviously great plays, but obviously people are always going to point out the bad plays that players have a lot, but. I think they go second best player here, taking Aiden Hutchinson without a doubt.
Yeah, I'd be happy with either Aiden or Kayvon. I don't really care. It'd be cool seeing Aiden Hutchinson staying in Michigan, and he'd play for the Lions. So I like that. I do agree linebacker is a need. A receiver is a big need. I think receiver.
Yeah, that's a bigger need.
Apart from our pass rush, the defensive line in general, with the linebackers and as far as defensive tackles, but receivers are our biggest need. St. Brown was a hit. That was a great pick. Y'all know I love St. Brown, but apart from him, we don't really have anyone that's who's like staying healthy this year. What's his name? Quintez Cephas got injured, and then we hadn't had other receivers step up. Khalif Raymond got injured. TJ Hawkinson, who's not a receiver, but he's another outlet, he also got injured. So it was really our whole offense was St. Brown because Swift also got injured. So, and Swift is a very good receiving back. But I think receivers is, we can definitely, if we can snag a guy like Drake London at pick 34, which is what we have right now. He's another guy from USC. He played with St. Brown, and St. Brown was recruiting him on Twitter. So if we can get one of those guys, or if we can get like a receiver through free agency, like I'm looking at the receiver depth in free agency. I'm seeing guys like I'm seeing some big names, man. Like even like down. Will Fuller's a free agent. That's funny, but I hope we don't sign him. But Even guys
No, bro. Don't even.
even guys like T.Y. Hilton or someone like that who's also a free agent. Like I wouldn't mind any of those on the lines, but we're heading in the right direction. I love what Dan Campbell's been doing with this team. Next team is the Houston Texans. They might be trading their QB. We'll talk about that. But apart from that,
Sorry. My initial reaction was trading Davis Mills. I was about to say.
Nah, ain't no way they trade
I
Davis
want to
Mills.
talk. I want to talk about a certain one of their QBs.
we'll talk about when we get to the Dolphins. The Texans, I think the Texans. I think the Texans could use defensive positions, man. Cornerback and safety, I think, are and edge rush. Obviously, the edge rusher positions are gone, but I'm looking at cornerbacks and safeties, and I think if you can snag one of these guys with the third overall pick, right now Kyle Hamilton on the big board is projected as the third best player in this draft. He's a safety. If they can get him, or they can get a guy like Derek Stingley, who's a junior, who's also a cornerback. One of those two, I would say. I've watched Derek Stingley. He plays for LSU. I have not watched much of Kyle Hamilton, so I don't know much about him. But Derek Stingley looks pretty good. One of those two. I think they need to address that. And then apart from that, I don't know. Are y'all sold on Davis Mills?
Yes.
I am. He's young. He's young. I'll give him time.
He is young. Yeah, he's young. No, that's fair. That's fair. Apart from that, I don't really like running back. I completely forgot his name. He's a beast in fantasy. The Texans, Rex Burkhead.
Rex Burkhead. Okay, yeah. He's not the future. But you can get a running back in the second or third round.
In the second round, third round.
You got time for that. But in terms of a first round pick for the Texans, I would go defense. And the number one thing the Texans need on this defense is cornerback and or safety help. And Derek Stingley and Kyle Hamilton would be the perfect pick here, without a doubt. Without a doubt, that would be the perfect pick here. There's no other real position the Texans would need.
They need a tight end.
Considering that Laramie Tunsil's already your starting tackle, and you really don't need another tackle.
They need a tight end.
I mean, but dude, what tight end deserves to be top 3 in this draft?
Not in the draft. Not in the draft. I'm just saying, like.
In terms of free agency, I would go and get Davis Mills more weapons. Brandon Cooks is great, but you need another 2 or a tight end. That would be nice. And getting some D-line help because you lost J.J. Watt over the summer. So getting more D-line help. Huh?
Mike Gesicki's a free agent.
I don't know. We'll see if the Dolphins re-sign him. But
I think Hudson said they don't have the. Hudson said they don't want to pay him.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying I think for this thing we will pay him just because he's so much of our offense, even though it's not on the stats, but it's what teams plan for. I just feel like the way that this franchise has been for the past 20 years, for some reason we're not going to re-sign him. Just like for some reason.
Even a guy like
him. Gesicki said like in week 10 or something that the Dolphins haven't tried to talk about anything about re-signing him yet.
Even a guy like David Njoku, if you can't get him, he's a free agent.
Yeah. No, if I'm the Texans, the two priorities are what I just said. 2 priorities are
defensive backs,
getting more weapon, and defensive line. Defensive line is very important in this league, and you know what they say: if you can't win at the trenches, you're not going to win anywhere else. So, building that D line and O line will help a lot for the Texans. So. Weapons as well. Davis Mills he's solid. I like Davis Mills a little bit.
Gilmore and Dante Jackson are free agents.
We'll re-sign Gilmore. I don't know about Dante though. We traded for Gilmore, so I wouldn't see why won't re-sign him. And as for Dante Jackson, I don't even know. The Panthers are a head case. We'll get to them later.
Yeah, we'll get to them. So what do you think about the Texans?
I think the Texans can use this to draft. I think here that they do go Derek Stingley. I wouldn't really care what they do with their pick, considering I'm not a fan or anything. But like if they do take Kyle Hamilton, I would consider that a good pick also. I think the top 3 is going to be it's going to obviously be the first 2 going Kayvon and then Aiden, and then the number 3 I think is either going to be Derek Stingley or Kyle Hamilton. I really think it's going to be Stingley though, just because I feel like their corners are. I feel like they may value corners over safeties. I'm not really sure what's his name, Coley's thinking though. I don't even know if he's going to be fired. I think he's going to be able to get another season because he really had nothing to work with this season. But I think that they would go Stingley here at the number 3 pick.
And then at number 4, you have the Jets, and I just think that whichever one of these defensive backs that don't go to the Texans, you just take the other one because
Yeah, I also agree.
you drafted your QB. Zach Wilson has looked pretty good as of late. I like some of the weapons that they have. Like I like Elijah Moore. He's obviously not playing right now. He's out.
Braxton Berrios has been a
Braxton Berrios has been a
revelation.
very good replacement. Yeah, very good. And I think Jamison Crowder is underrated. So
Yeah, Crowder's been hurt though, so
yes, he has. They should target another tight end in free agency or in the draft. Tyler Kroft is their starting tight end. They drafted Elijah Vera Tucker last year. I'm not really sure how he's played. He's probably been all right.
they have Mekhi Becton too. They've got a solid O line.
Solid, yeah.
But Becton tore his ACL at the start of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. They have the
But
yeah,
the
that's
Jets
right.
the Jets are a scrappy team, man, and the Bucks found out first heart with a tough game. The Jets should have won that game. The Jets literally should have won that game, but tough. But the Jets are a
know what
scrappy team.
what I saw, and I think someone said this, I forgot. That game, once Antonio Brown, the whole situation with him happened, the guy that they brought him in to replace him, like in the
Ty
offense,
Johnson? Or you mean Grayson?
Surreal Grayson.
Grayson.
He had the game-winning touchdown.
Tom Brady fed him the whole last drive.
Yeah,
He literally went to him every single, like, I think he caught the ball 3 times or 4 times, and one of them was a touchdown. Literally made it a point to feed AB's replacement the whole last drive. That's crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's another head case right now. So
Yeah, that's
but
he's
if
a
I'm the
he's
Jets,
a
from the Jets, I go fix that defense, and I also go get a tight end replacement for Zach Wilson too. So
they have Quincy and Quinnen Williams.
yeah, no, I'm not talking about D line. I'm talking about
Yeah, I'm just saying their D line is pretty
defensively.
solid. They have Shaq
Yeah.
Shaq Lawson, Gerard Davis.
Yeah.
Listen, who do you have with the Jets?
I think it's going to be either the player that the Texans don't take, which is I think what you guys said. So my prediction here would probably be Kyle Hamilton because I think Houston goes Stingley, so that'll leave Kyle Hamilton into the hands of Robert Saleh, whatever.
All right, so New York Giants. Who do y'all have here? This is interesting because there's a couple of guys you can go.
Go ahead. You two go first. I want to hear.
All right. I really think they go O-line. They completely messed up in the 2020 draft, taking what's his face, Andrew Thomas, 4th overall.
Andrew Thomas has been solid though, as of the past few weeks.
Yeah, no. Like he hasn't been like a full like tight bust, but compared to like Tristan Wirfs going to the Browns later, going to the Bucks and then Jedrick Wills or something going to the Browns, they could have had a way better pick.
Here's the
And
thing,
also-
though. You can't go back-to-back tackles.
I'm them. Like, I really like Evan Neal. I think Evan Neal is really, really good. And I think Evan Neal would be a great pick for the Panthers as well. But I think that for the Giants, I would probably go edge here. I would go with George Cal, the Greek guy. He's from Greece. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He plays for Purdue. Their edge depth is very low, like very, very depleted. They don't have any. Their left defensive edge is out, and they don't have any second, third, or fourth replacements for him. And their right defensive edge is Leonard Williams, who's okay, but apart from him, they only have Raymond Johnson as his depth guy. So they don't really have depth at the edge position. So I would probably go edge. And like Tejas said, I don't think you can draft back-to-back tackles.
No, but it's not back. 2020 they drafted Andrew Thomas, 4th overall. 5th overall was, I would say, another not great pick. Then 2020 they took Kadarius Toney, but then they also took Azeez Ojulari in the second round, who who can play. He's been playing defense. I mean, plays linebacker, but also plays down there like Michael Parsons as a defensive end. So I just feel like whatever
I see him as a linebacker.
because he like Parsons also plays like. Would you see Parsons as a linebacker or defensive end?
I would say he's more of a.
I would say Parsons is a linebacker.
He's a hybrid, bro. Like you can play him anywhere on the field. I feel like
even if Azeez Ojulari has been playing some defensive end, he's not been as nearly as good as Parsons. So you can't say
no. Obviously not. Not even close. But they've been taken very differently. But I feel like he's still young, so he is time to progress too. I just feel like you can use this pick to solidify your O-line, get Saquon back, give him a chance to actually get healthy at first.
That's a solid argument. Protecting, I don't know. I think Daniel. I don't know what's going on with Daniel Jones after this season. I don't know, like if he's their future or what.
I have perspective from a fellow Giants fan. One of my friends told me that they're going to give Daniel Jones one more year. They're going to give him one more year, and then if it doesn't work out, then next year is the year to take a QB for the Giants.
I think Daniel Jones and Tua, and also I think Daniel Jones, Tua, and some other guy, I forgot who, were the guys that I thought they had what they needed to have a breakout season. They had the receiving core. They had, not great O-line for both sides, but the Giants, they had a great receiving. They had Kenny Galladay, right? They had Evan Ingram. They had Kadarius Toney. I'm blanking now.
Evan Ingram is terrible.
He's injury prone as hell. He's never even playing anyways. But Sterling Shepard.
With Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton too. I forgot.
Slayton's good. Slayton's fast. He's got speed.
Slayton's good. Like New York Giants receivers.
Shepard, Sterling
Seriously,
Shepard.
I like Kyle Rudolph as their backup tight end. He's pretty solid.
He's
a veteran. He's a veteran. Yeah. No, but if I'm the Giants, I go edge here. You got to improve that defense.
That's what I said.
That defense is so bad at times.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Terrible. Yeah. So yeah, I would go get edge, fix that D line.
And I like their secondary. I think James Bradbury is solid.
Yeah, I like James Bradbury. Bradbury's good, bro. He's one
of the. I think Xavier McKinney.
Nobody talks about him.
Xavier McKinney is solid too. They have Jabril Peppers who's on IR at safety as well. So I don't think they have to get like a defensive back. I think I have to fix the defensive line. And the best guy, in my opinion, is the Greek edge from Purdue. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but George something.
George Karlaftis. Oh, yeah, he's good. He's good. I've watched a little bit of film on him.
But I wouldn't if they took Evan Neal, I wouldn't be upset because I think Evan Neal is a better overall prospect. But I just think that the Giants have to fix their defense. So
the Giants probably won't. If they take another tackle, that would be just a waste of draft capital. Just a waste of draft capital.
Yeah. Carolina Panthers changes.
Take over.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Okay.
First of all, I'm saying Evan Neal, and I'm not even thinking twice.
Evan Neal, no doubt. You take Evan Neal here. Ain't no way they don't take Evan Neal here because the tackle position has been so bad. Like Cam Irving, I think our O-line rotation this year has been awful.
Hudson, you said quarterback.
Hudson can say quarterback, but let me ask you a question. Which quarterback in this draft would you take at number 6? You tell me.
No, look, this is what I'm saying, right? Like just based off of what your team is at. Obviously, we easily could have seen the first four draft picks in this past year's draft be quarterbacks between Lawrence Wilson, Lance, Mac Jones, whatever. But you guys have the chance at taking the best quarterback in this draft class.
Justin Fields?
Fields too, and I was pissed off when the Broncos didn't take Fields because they took.
I thought they were taking. I thought I had them taking Rashawn Slater, and he's been balling.
Me too. I think I had them taking.
There's no knock on J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn is a stud.
He's been injured.
He's great. He's great.
But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. The Panthers don't go QB early. However, if a guy like Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis or
They can take one in the second round.
I
yeah,
don't
take
think
one
I
in the
don't
second round. That's what I'm saying. But no, we
I
don't have
don't
our
think
second round
Kenny
pick.
I don't
That's
think Kenny
another problem.
Pickett's I don't think Kenny
Wait,
Pickett's
who
going
do you
past the
who has?
Steelers.
Oh, did you guys traded up or something?
Remember, we gave it away for the awful Sam Darnold trade.
Oh, to the Jets. Okay, I see.
Oh my God, you're going crazy about only having to give up 3 picks to get him.
Yeah,
We won't talk about that. We will not talk about that.
you know who I really like? I love Taylor Moton.
Yeah, he's good. Moton's good.
I picked Moton in that salary cap thing, so I think Moton is good. Apart from that, I think your O-line is
let me say this. Let me say this real quick, okay? The Panthers' only problems are on the offensive side of the football. They don't have any problems on the defense. I feel like they don't have any problems on the defense. O-line is the biggest problem, and not only that, quarterback is the other problem. So we'll see.
So Hudson? You had them taking a QB. Who do you have them taking?
Okay, so obviously I'm not all the college type. So like by April or even by like March, right? I'm gonna have
Yeah, just give us just like some names.
But like obviously like the top guys you have shoot. No, I know the names, but it's like, Sam Howell and Matt Corral, Kenny Pickett. I mean, I don't think it'll be I think it's either gonna be Matt Corral or Sam Howell. But but there's been like a ton of things about what Sam Howell has like a weak arm and stuff like that. Matt Corral just got injured. I don't know what his status is now. So I don't know if this is like the year of the QBs being drafted. So maybe teams maybe I guess like the Panthers do just have to wait another year until they get their new quarterback. I mean, unless Darnold has.
But what I'm saying is that if you want to wait like later in this draft to get a QB, then this is the year to do it, because none of these QBs in this past year's draft, wasn't there like 5 QBs who went in the first round?
Yeah, there was.
I only see like 1 or 2 going, at most. I don't see that many teams taking QBs in the first round.
No,
So
I think the first QB, if there's a QB taken in this draft, it's going to be in late first round. Ain't no way. There's no way these teams.
I have a team taking a QB pretty soon. We'll get to that.
I think the only team that would ever take a QB in this draft in the first round would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ain't no way. No chance any of these
We'll get to it.
teams.
We'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Speaking of the Steelers, they have. How about my boy Big Ben yesterday?
He didn't even play that well.
He did not. He played solid enough in his last game ever.
Najee Harris was crazy.
Najee Harris saved my ass, and at the last second scored a touchdown. So instead of losing $10, I won 16. It's clutch.
Yeah. The Jets are at 7 again. They have the pick from Seattle, which sucks for the Seahawks. But with we had the Jets taking a defensive back. I think Kyle Hamilton was the guy, the safety, because we had the Texans taking Derek Stingley or something like that. So they just took a safety. What do y'all think they need now?
The Jets?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that. Oh no!
Seahawks. They Jamal Adams trade.
Yes.
Blitz boy.
Blitz boy. So here's what the Jets do here. Okay, I think right here at 4 or because they're gonna take the defensive player at 4. At
4.
7,
Yeah.
At 7, I would just go O-line here.
I'm going O-line.
That's Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah, that's who I had to. Tyler
That's
Linderbaum.
what I would do. So that would be the way to go if I was the Jets. And we already discussed free agency, so.
I had Tyler. Who do you have, Hudson? I had Tyler Linderbaum as well.
I think Linderbaum would be the pick as the second best O-line because after taking a stud defensive player and Hamilton, Stingley, whoever falls, then out of those, obviously never mind. Backtrack. It's either going to be Stingley or Hamilton that basically goes to the Jets at 4, at least we think so far. But at their second top 10 pick, they probably go O-line just to give Zach Wilson some more help. Although he's been first part of the season he struggled a lot. Second part of the season though he played very, very well. And then with the better line starting here with one of the guards with Tyler Linderbaum, I think he can do even better next season. Charles Cross is another O-line, but I think that Tyler Linderbaum would be the pick here for the Jets.
Who has been the second best QB in this draft, last year's draft? Is it Zach Wilson?
Probably
Justin
Trevor
Fields.
Lawrence.
Justin Fields is what I would say, yeah.
Number one's Mac Jones so far,
Actually,
and we're saying this so far.
Mac Jones by far, he's been also by far.
Mac Jones by far right now is the best.
And I guess Fields hasn't even played that much, but I guess he's there too. Then probably Trevor Lawrence and then Zach Wilson. Oh well, actually no, probably Zach Wilson and then Trevor Lawrence. But
I can't remember that many games where Trevor Lawrence has played well.
He hasn't, and a lot. That's why I just rethought.
But I mean, the thing going against Fields is that he's been in.
So it's
draft.
Davis Mills was his draft. Yeah, it's Davis Mills.
It's
Davis Mills. Yeah,
it feels like he's not a rookie at all.
Yeah, it's Davis Mills.
I thought that we were just going like second best first round pick, but it's definitely been
Davis Mills, yeah, for sure.
There was like a veteran quarterback.
All right, next we got another New York team. So the Giants pick again. They just had the third pick. So the Giants and the Jets are winning right now. The Giants,
if
they had the fifth pick.
The Giants here, I take best player available.
They had the Chicago pick.
In fact, this is where I would take the Kobe Dean from Georgia. He's a stud, bro. He not only his instincts on the ball are insane, and it was seen in that game against Michigan. He's
a linebacker. He's a linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker.
Yeah.
All over the field, man. He'd be a perfect fit for them.
The only reason I wouldn't do that is because we just made them draft a linebacker / an edge rusher with their fifth pick, and they just drafted, like Hudson said, Azeez Ojulari last year. So I would
here's
go.
The thing, okay. This is I might be like overreacting a little bit, but I think he's like this year's Micah Parsons. Okay, he's that fast. He's 6 foot, 225. And not only is he a good fast linebacker, he can also pass rush, and he's really good in coverage. So I feel like he's a jack of all trades. But if I'm the Giants, I'm not passing up on Nakobe Dean here. I'm just not. I get there's a lot of tackles, and
I would go with the
get Garrett Wilson. Well, they don't need receivers. They don't need receivers. But you could, this is the best player on the board, I feel, for them. So I will go get Nakobe Dean. And if you don't want to do that and you want to get a corner, I will go Trent McDuffie from Washington. So
I'm going with the tackle here. Charles Cross or Ikem Ekwonu from NC State. One of the two. I like both of them. They're both really solid. Charles Cross redshirted his sophomore year. 6'5". He's big. You could take him. You could also take the dude from NC State. So I would take one because I think their O-line, like Hudson said in the first part, is lacking a little bit. Apart from Andrew Thomas, who's had a resurgence or whatever, he's been solid this year. Apart from that, I don't trust anyone on their O-line. So I would go with that. I would go with one of those two.
Yeah, well, you guys said that they would take the edge with their first pick in the first round in the top 10 or top 10, I think. But I think that, and I think I said O-line, but I think that they take O-line and then edge for whatever it is. So, like, I had them taking Tyler Linderbaum, I think. Then you guys had the Panthers taking him. So I think that if the Giants can take him first.
No, I had the Panthers taking Evan Neal.
Oh yeah, it's right.
No, we had the Jets taking Tyler Linderbaum.
Oh yeah, it's right. So that means that the. Hold on. Then how did the? Oh yeah, it's right because you didn't say.
We said they were taking the Carfatus dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Dude from Greece.
Well, no, Okay, yeah, because the Jets have their
If I had to pick one
too.
out of the two O-linemen, I would go with Ike Ekwonu from NC State, by the way.
Okay. Oh, from between him and Charles Cross.
Yeah, I like Ekwonu better. Ekwonu's bigger, and he's had a lot of blocks this year. His speed for his size is off the charts. So, I think from last year he's improved a lot. Last year he wasn't that great as far as run block, but this year he's one of the best at his position. So, I like him a lot.
I think the Giants, since I already had them taken an O-line before, right? Did I? Now, yeah, I think I told them that they could take Charles Cross possibly. Or actually, yeah, Charles Cross right after the Jets take one. But if not, maybe they can take defensive ends. But I think that with their first two picks, they're gonna go O-line, defensive end, no matter who it is between whether it's Charles Cross or Ekwonu or whatever it is. Defensive end from Purdue, though. I think that they do go edge and O-line for the first two picks.
Next team, and this is a team that I think could take a QB, Washington Football Team.
Not this early, Suhas. In fact, I know you guys might be like confused, but if I'm Washington, I am actually trading back. I am not staying here at 9.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah.
I'm trading back and I'm getting more assets. Okay. Look, Taylor Heineke has shown he can be a sustainable backup, so I don't mind keeping him. But I would wait until the second round, or even late first round if you trade back to go get a quarterback. I'm pretty sure there's some quarterback hungry teams right now, or I'm sorry, not quarterback. Teams that need defensive players or O tackles that will trade up because the O tackles are going to start falling off the board. So if I'm watching it, I just sit still and listen to all the offers and trade back and get more assets. And then in the late first or second, go get a QB.
But you got to find a team who wants to trade up. So who do you think that could be?
There will be teams that need tackles that will trade up. Don't worry about it. Because tackles are needed in this league, so they will trade. Teams will trade up. Trust me, in every single draft,
I think the Dolphins could trade up from 22.
For who? For tackle?
For Charles Cross, because they need O-line.
We do. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's that big of an issue. No, we're by the way, when I was writing down the Dolphins and the needs, I put OL, nothing else. I don't see us.
I think by the time you get to 22, all of the good O-lines, all of the really good O-lines are going to be gone.
All the really good tackles will be gone.
That's true, but who's a team that maybe like a team, like, just throwing it out there, maybe a team like the Saints or something who maybe they're looking for a quarterback or something. They could take one late first round or something. If nobody's taking a quarterback, maybe they trade Saints back, add some more capital, and we can just jump up there, taking a line if there's somebody that we're still looking for that's available. Because if we don't, because I don't know. I mean, the Saints, like, I wrote down that they need kind of a quarterback and also O-line, receiver, something on offense, though. But now that I think about it, they're going to have Jameis Winston coming back from an injury. So I was thinking that they just had Taysom Hill. I kind of forgot about Winston, though. But maybe the Broncos.
Massive hybrid contract.
Hey, that contract is crazy. But if you're looking at the tackles in this draft, apart from Evan Neal, after you have Evan Neal, Ekwonu, and Charles Cross, there's a massive drop off.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is solid, but they're not like on the level of those. Which is why I can see a team like the Dolphins, or a team who needs an O-lineman, trade up. And then if I'm Washington, I'm trading because you can get a QB at 22. I don't think any team will be breaking their neck to take one before that. So you can get one of those QBs at 22. So I think if I'm the Dolphins, I trade up because I think you need one of the best O-lines here. So
the only two teams that I think will trade or get a QB in this draft are Pittsburgh and Washington. I don't see any other team trying to get a QB in this draft.
Next team, Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, actually, screw that. The Falcons will also go get a QB in this draft. My bad, but not here. Not here. If I'm the Falcons,
Trading down to.
possible trade down and or take a defensive take another corner to pair beside Terrell. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You could go get
Washington. By the way, Washington football team need to fix their defensive backs. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. One sec.
Falcons. They could go QB. Not here, obviously. They probably will go. I don't know, bro. Like they need an edge rusher too. Their edge depth is terrible. Like who else is like? I don't really know who else they could take.
Yeah, that's another spot, edge rush. But
if you want another guy to put alongside, what's his name?
Actually, no, never mind. If I'm the Falcons here, Loki, I'm gonna go get Jameson Williams from Alabama. Calvin Ridley has been an iffy situation right now, and he's their only receiver.
Just go with Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Or do you like Jameson Williams?
Garrett Wilson's been sitting here for a while.
Yeah, that's why I said. Or do you like?
That's
Jameson
another
Williams
player
better?
I'd go get.
Like Jameson Williams better.
David Ujabo from Michigan's good spot for. This would be a good spot for him here.
David Ujabo. They actually don't really have that many receivers. They have Cordell Patterson is a running back. I don't think he's a receiver.
No, they're gonna play him at running back. Yeah.
Apart from that, Russell Gage, I could see them going receiver here. I could see them taking dude from Ohio State, Garrett Wilson. So he's been on here for a while. He's really good. He's damn good. All right, this is a team. Tatus, I think this team could also take a QB. Denver Broncos.
Actually, I think they stick with Teddy Bridgewater.
Or do you think they trade for Aaron Rodgers or something like that? Russell Wilson.
Also possible. They could trade for a guy like Russell Wilson and or Aaron Rodgers. It's possible. Hey, what position are we at right now in terms of the draft? 11 or 12?
Yeah.
We skipped over a team, I think.
We're at 11. Did we skip? Who did we skip over?
I think we skipped Philly.
Oh no, Philly's at 14.
You sure? I thought the Philly had 10th pick.
14 and 19.
Philly has 3 picks.
14, 19, and 21.
Huh. I thought Philly had 10.
Nah, this is according to PI. No, they had 10. 10 was Miami's pick, and then Miami went on that winning streak.
Oh, right. I think if Miami loses this week, it'll fall at 10.
Probably fall, yeah. But yeah, the next team is, what did I just say? The Denver Broncos.
Rodgers and or Wilson should be the move here. I think Elway's done sitting and drafting QBs and or getting backups to play.
They should have
him.
taken Justin Fields, in my opinion, but
they should have. And I think it's time. It's time now to go get one of these 2 studs.
Who they take? They took PS2.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, they took Surtain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense is solid. Defense is solid.
Yeah, their defense is pretty good. They have them. I don't really know. I would probably take. Honest man, I think they should trade down. Unless you want to take like a guy like James.
I'm not opposed to that, and maybe go get a QB like later.
QB later,
possible.
Or what they could do. I know you said their defense is solid, but if you put David Ojabo on that edge.
Ooh, yeah, that's another situation.
I think that's like I think the edge is like their weakest part of their defense. I think their line, the other part of and their secondary is really good. They definitely don't need a secondary like a corner or anyone. They just drafted. And I like Bradley Chubb and people like that on their D line. But I think if you can put David Ojabo, if you were drafting here, that would be the move, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So what do you think the Broncos should do?
I mean, obviously, first thing I think of is obviously quarterback type stuff. But if Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson are out of the reach, It's going to come down to in my opinion, what possibly the new head coach says. I really don't know if Vic Fangio is going to be there much longer because he's failed to do literally anything since Super Bowl 50.
He's on the hot seat, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he just hasn't been able to do anything at all, and I just feel like his time could definitely be over soon. So, but hold on, should go back to what I said. If Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson are out of the reach, then I think that they could draft a quarterback, or maybe they just see what happens with Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater, because Bridgewater I really don't think is the guy. Drew Lock, as a person who watches the Broncos games, Drew Lock is a much more fun QB to watch because Teddy Bridgewater, as I'm sure Tejas knows, he goes on this weekly rant about Teddy check down every single week, but he's just a boring player to watch. Drew Lock actually, with Cortland Sutton, who stayed healthy decent amount this season.
I think Drew Lock is terrible.
Yeah,
he's better
honestly,
than Teddy Asswater.
He's not though. This season, Teddy's been better. Until he got injured, Teddy was your QB1.
He was, but I honestly feel like Drew Lock. I knew that Teddy Bridgewater was going to start, but I felt like I wanted Drew Lock to start just because he does more than check the ball down. He tries to do more things. That's why he makes more mistakes. That's why Teddy Bridgewater starts, because he had a good receiving core this year with Noah Fant, whatever. Then Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, that's why I don't think they should draft a receiver.
I don't think they should either. I think that they should maybe aim at a quarterback. That's the main focus here. Cornerback, I think they're good led by that rookie Patrick Surtain defense. They're good safety, Justin Simmons. You have Bradley Chubb and who's the other player I'm thinking of?
Ronald Darby. No, he's a cornerback. Micah Kaiser and Young.
I think it's a defensive line. I might be tripping though. But the defense is really solid, and honestly, I feel like the way it's been looking for this team, they are a quarterback away, okay quarterback away from making the playoffs, and a really good elite quarterback away from being contenders.
I wouldn't be opposed to them taking O-line because I don't think their O-line is the best.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next team, Minnesota Vikings.
I'm getting a cornerback if I'm Minnesota, 100%. I don't even care who's on the board. You're getting a corner here. No way, because this team
for me it'd be Trent
defensively in the secondary is so bad. They are so bad. They can't guard anybody. I don't know if you guys have seen the stats. They are pathetic.
Harrison Smith.
No, okay. Harrison Smith hasn't been good either. He's not been good.
I saw one of our 2 wins was against them, so.
They are not good. They are not good.
That's saying something.
Secondary, I'm not talking about safeties wise. I'm talking about corners.
Corners. That's why I think they should draft. I have them drafting Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, they have to go corner here. They have to.
Did you say Hudson?
They I think they signed Patrick Peterson. Obviously, that's not really doing much, but
he's washed, bro.
That's the one person. No. He's older now. That's the one person I at least remember that they signed. But
I would go Trent McDuffie. He's the next best corner. And then I don't know if Kirk Cousins is that dude.
Yeah. They signed him to extension, so
yeah, it's kind of too late for saying he's not that guy.
They can't do shit, yeah.
But
I don't think their offensive weapons are bad.
No,
they're not.
Honestly, they've been arguing.
You literally have J.J. You have Thielen. I think Tyler Conklin is pretty underrated.
KJ Osborne too played for Miami, the Hurricanes at least, no, Dolphins.
They obviously had Cook and Madison and Wongwu.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook has been decently disappointing, especially for fantasy owners this year. But Alex Madison has shown improvement since the start of the season with getting that starting role in a lot of weeks. But their offense is good. Kirk Cousins, as long as he's not on primetime football, he's been a good quarterback, especially at the very start of the season. He had like 15 touchdowns and like 2 interceptions within the first couple games. So he was playing great football, but in the end, it was the defense that kind of just like let down. Crazy to think I had them making the playoffs, which is
Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. I agree with Tages. You got to take a corner. I'm looking at their depth chart right now. Their starting corners are Anthony Barr and Patrick Peterson.
I thought Anthony Barr was a linebacker.
Anthony Barr's a linebacker.
Not
He's not
Anthony
even-
Barr. Patrick Peterson and Cameron Dantzler.
That's not good. That's not. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now you'll see why I said go take a corner.
They should. I thought that. Who did they draft? Oh, they drafted. What's his face? O-line, right? No.
Last year,
Yeah.
They drafted Darisaw.
they drafted
and,
Christian
That's-
Darrisaw.
yeah, Darisaw, the O-line. That's what I was saying.
They drafted someone else too.
Yeah, someone. Who did they? I'm thinking. Darisaw and also.
Oh, the Kellen Mond.
Oh yeah, him too. There was
But
somebody.
he's
else.
QB3. I don't know why Sean Mannion was starting.
No, it's because Mannion's a veteran.
They're
Dog.
just trying to make the playoffs.
They're not going to make it. They're out.
Dude, why would
No,
they
no,
start?
no,
Why would they
were-
start a
they
rookie in
were.
his first ever start, or you start a veteran? Like, there was no other option for them. So
And it was
Yeah,
against the
that's true.
Packers on Monday Night Football or Sunday.
Sunday.
Monday.
Sunday.
Yeah, whatever. All right, next team, Cleveland Browns. QB, bro. I don't know. Nah, I'm tripping.
QB,
I
no.
mean, it may be
trade back, or get a corner, or fix that secondary.
Baker is getting shoulder surgery.
I don't know.
I mean,
That team looks they
maybe
look bad last
it's maybe a safety here.
safety or corner. I would say.
I feel like the John Johnson signing has been kind of disappointing. Everybody was all hyped up about that, getting him, and like from that, I think I even said it myself. They really had no flaws in this team. Baker was obviously going to take another leap this season. OBJ, Jarvis Landry, David Njoku should have a great season. Same with Donovan Peoples-Jones, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt with the solid defense. Miles Garrett.
Dude, I think their O-line is terrible. I don't
What?
think their O-line is good.
Bro, Suhas.
Yeah.
Okay, stop.
Did you see their game against the
Is
Steelers?
arguably top 5 in the league, bro.
Did you see the game?
Willis?
Did you see the game against the Steelers? TJ
Oh.
Watt was going crazy.
Yeah, because they had a rookie in there because they had injured O linemen. No wonder.
They had lots of injuries.
They have lots of injuries this year. Their O line is top 5 in the league. No
I think
doubt.
I don't think. I think Joe Batonio is solid, and I think Wyatt Teller is solid.
What about
I think
Kevin
their guards are
Zeitler?
solid.
Sorry, not Zeitler. Zeitler plays for the Ravens now.
They play
Okay.
for the Ravens, yeah.
I bet Jedrick Willis and we have a few other people, bro.
He's okay.
line is
He's not like.
stacked. Why do you
Jedrick
think
Willis is not-
Why do you think Nick Chubb ran for so many yards? Like, why do you think the running back duo is so good? Like, if you give Christian McCaffrey that O line, he would have 1,000 easy, bro. Give Derrick Henry that line, he's running for 3,000 yards. Now, I'm like not even kidding. That line is good. I don't know why you'd say that.
I don't think it's top 5.
No, it is 100% top 5. It is 100% top 5. If there weren't injuries,
I think
fully healthy, that O-line is
Cowboys.
top 5.
I'm taking Cowboys O-line over them.
Okay, who else? Maybe Green Bay.
I'm taking
not taking anybody
Green Bay.
else over that.
I'm taking
Eagles
Tampa,
too,
I'm taking
arguably.
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Eagles have a really solid O-line.
I'm taking Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Reed Humphrey's been crazy, dog.
Yeah,
I don't think you understand.
he's been
This
one of the-
Browns
And
O-line
they
is-
just signed Joe. They just signed Joe Thuney.
Okay, but who else, bro? Who else?
I'm taking the Rams.
Oh my god, Suas, you gotta stop, bro. You have got to stop.
I'm taking the Rams O-line over them. Andrew Whitworth. He's really good.
Yeah, old ass Andrew Whitworth. Who else? Who else is on that Rams O line? Exactly. You got no names, bro.
Brian,
Dude, you know what?
Brian Allen,
let me
David
just-
Edwards.
Browns. Hold on.
You could even argue San Francisco. Trent Williams.
Give me a second. We're gonna look at this right now. Jedrick Willis. I gotta find their depth chart. Give me a second, because they're O-line. I don't know why or what made you say
Okay. It's not terrible. It's okay. It's not like the top 5. Though.
okay, bro. This is a top 5 O-line.
Well, I forgot about Buffalo.
What? You on something right now, bro?
I'm looking at teams O-line.
Way. Give me just a second. Okay, let's look at this.
Oh, Buffalo has Deion Dawkins, Spencer
Edric
Brown,
Willis, Joel Bitonio, Jack Conklin, J.C. Treader, Wyatt Teller. Tell me, bro, where on that O-line is the weakness? Where on that O-line is the weakness?
You cut out.
Where did I cut out? No, I didn't. Okay, here we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Jedrick Willis, Joel Bitonio, J.C. Treader, Wyatt Teller, Jack Conklin. Tell me where the weakness in that O-line is.
Jedrick Willis is very injury prone.
What?
He is.
Bro, he's a second-year player. What are you talking about?
Bro, if I'm not mistaken, Jedrick Willis has already had 2 injuries.
That doesn't even matter. He's a stud.
But he can't stay healthy.
Oh my, bro, it's his second year. You can't make conclusions like that.
If in his second year he's already had 2 major injuries, what does that mean?
He's not had 2 major injuries, bro. Ain't no way you just said that.
Bro, last year in his rookie year he was solid, okay, and he had an injury, and then he'll get another injury. He turned his ankle in week 1 this year itself, and then he's had another injury after that as well.
Give me just a second. He had a minor injury this year, a minor injury in which he was out for 1 week, and he hasn't had a single injury after that. That's it, bro. He hasn't even had a single injury.
Oh, this is COVID. Never mind. He's been on the COVID list.
Oh my goodness, bro. You can't say that.
Okay, I was looking at COVID. Okay, Browns O-line is fine. They are
top 5.
I still don't think they're top 5. I just named 5 O-lines that I think are better, but I think they're solid. Dog, you cannot tell me Buffalo's O-line has Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown, Ryan Bates, Darrell Williams.
Whatever. In my opinion, the Browns got to fix their defense. Secondary. That's it. Hudson, what about you? Did Hudson go silent?
Oh shoot, I was muted. Sorry, I was trying to talk before, but I thought you guys were ignoring me. Sorry, you were saying about the Browns. I said that. I mean,
what about a receiver?
Yeah, that's also a possibility. Jameson Williams is still sitting there.
Jameson Williams still.
Say Jameson
We haven't
Williams.
said anything about wide receivers yet.
I was gonna say Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
But I think they would. Their O line's obviously fine, but I think that I don't think they're thinking about their quarterback position too much, considering that they're just going to say, let's give our number 1 overall pick from literally 3 years ago another, give him I'm not sure about a couple more years, but at least this season just to see what he's up to, because he struggled last season. I think we all had them going first in the AFC North. They were last. So complete disappointments this season in Cleveland.
Okay, next team is the Eagles, the Miami pick.
I would say receiver here. Receiver.
I mean, but you were saying about the Jets for the Giants that they can't go back-to-back O-line. Is that different with the receiver, I guess?
The Eagles haven't had a pick yet. This is their first pick.
Oh, he's talking about last year. They took Devontae Smith.
No, but yeah, who else besides Devontae Smith is good on that receiving core?
Quez Watkins.
You really want to trust Jalen Reagor?
I trust Quez Watkins.
I mean, it could have been. If we want to say
Quez Watkins is solid, bro. Do not sleep.
If we want to say an Eagles fans'
dreams,
okay,
but you still need weapons.
Jake Jettis.
I don't think receiver is their biggest issue.
No, I think. Well, I don't think there's any. Maybe secondary.
No,
Is
they have
the-
Slay. They have
is-
Slay.
No, I'm talking.
They,
No, I'm not
they
talking about corners. I'm talking about safeties.
I'm talking
about like
about. I think
linebackers or
I
D-line.
think edge rushers. I think edge rushers is their biggest issue.
They have Derek Barnett and Fletcher Cox.
He's on the inside though. He's not like an edge.
Yeah, Derek Barnett is not. I mean, Fletcher Cox is not an edge.
No, I know, but okay, maybe they could go edge. But I think receiver is the way to go.
Well,
I would say
don't they
receiver.
also have? Shoot, I choked. What's his face from the from Washington?
Or receiver?
No, they're edge.
Josh Sweat.
Yeah, no. The Eagles signed somebody last off season.
Oh, I think I know
from
who you're talking
Washington.
about. Ryan Kerrigan?
Yeah, he
Ryan
hasn't been
Kerrigan?
good. And also they have Brandon Graham who
Brandon
tore
Graham,
his
that's
ACL.
who I forgot. Brandon Graham's a stud.
He tore his ACL though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't oppose safety here.
I would say
Yeah.
receiver though.
I'm gonna go Jaquan Brisker, bro. He's a safety. I think apart from Slay, your secondary is pretty weak. Anthony Harris is okay, but apart from that, like I think Slay literally carries their secondary. Not gonna lie. Hudson, what about you? What do you say, Hudson? You said
Well,
linebacker.
I was saying like defensive edge before, but now that I thought about it, they got Kerrigan and also Brandon Graham. But I think maybe linebacker. I think there's one of the linebackers. I really think that they're so.
You think they need an O lineman? Because there's a what's his name?
They're
Kenyon
solid.
Green is still not gone. He's a guard.
They're really. I mean, maybe they do that. I think by now we obviously have a couple of trades that go on, so it's not like this is going to be the full thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're really set at every single position. It's just not great at every single position, but they've at least a good player at every single position already. Whether it's, I mean, receiver, I guess now the more I think about it, Devontae Smith really isn't. He's not all that. He's like the third best receiver. I mean, we could argue fourth. I think Suwasi would say he's the fourth best receiver. Yeah,
It might be
This year's
fifth
draft class.
with the way Rashad Bateman has been playing.
maybe even fifth.
But I mean, he's solid though. I don't think he's bad.
No. He's not bad at all. But he's also like young, so he's going to progress. But
Yeah,
other than him, there's really nobody else that's.
I like
really-
Quez Watkins a lot, but I don't. That's just me. Jalen Rigor sucks. He's a bust.
No, yeah. I mean, considering, they thought they were laughing when they took him over Justin Jefferson. We all know how the end of that story goes, but
Yeah.
they're used to doing that too. Who's the other player they took like ahead of the Vikings?
Oh yeah, they did that. They did that before.
I forgot who else. I forgot who that other player was. It was like the same thing where like the Eagles took a guy, then the Vikings took.
They took another guy. Yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot.
I'm gonna search it up. I'm anxious to know now.
While you search that up, the next team is the Saints.
Wide receiver. Wide receiver.
So
I think you have to go wide receiver.
there isn't the receiver position. Drake London. is the next-
Maybe.
Not Drake London. Yeah, Drake London is the next best available, but he's projected to go. He's 23rd on the big board right now. Chris Olave from Ohio State is also available. Is wide receiver their biggest need? QB, I think would.
No, but they have Jameis. Why? And they just signed Taysom to the massive contract.
I forgot they extended that man. Alright, then not QB. I'm true. Yeah, you probably have to go receiver. I like Callaway. Apart from that, they don't really have.
But Michael Thomas is a cancer now, so.
And Deontay Harris. Well,
But there's no
yeah, they
there's
have to go. They
nobody
have to go
that
receiver. Yeah, they have
strikes
to go
you as a
receiver.
name that
They have to go receiver. Yeah, they have to go receiver. All right, next team, Baltimore Ravens.
Corner.
I was gonna say defensive line / edge.
Possibly. Oh yeah, with Calais Campbell getting old, yeah.
Yeah, he's older. Corner could work though. I don't mind corner. Who's your corners right now? Anthony Everett and Tavon Young.
Yeah.
Oh, Marlon Humphrey's injured. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I said injuries. And Marcus
And
Peters was
also,
hurt.
and also Marcus Peters too.
Yeah, Marcus Peters. Ain't healthy. Their corners are solid, but obviously injuries. Yeah, I would probably go. I'll probably go edge rusher / defensive line with this one. How about you, Hudson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably go linebacker.
I think that for the Ravens, I might go on the defensive side just because of all the injuries they've been having. Not like corner, safety, or anything. Because I think Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Patrick Queen, those guys are good. But losing Calais Campbell and Yannick Ngakoue, I don't know how to pronounce that, but
Ngakwe?
yeah, Yannick. But they drafted what's his name?
They drafted Rashad Bateman.
No, but the edge that they drafted because they got the Chiefs pick also late in the first round. Who's the edge that they drafted along with
Broderick
Bateman?
Washington?
No, it was a different guy. It was
Derek Wolfe, Justin Ellis.
Here, let me quickly.
Edge?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm probably gonna have him taking DeMarvin Leal, who's another edge out of Texas A&M.
Here it was Adafe Owe.
Oh, Jason Owe. Okay.
Yeah. But
he's not an edge, bro. He's a linebacker.
Oh. All right. Because he's one of those players that play both. But I think that I know that they took him last year, but they may have to take another one on the defensive line, defensive edge, linebacker, one of those types of players. So I think that they would do that here, considering I know that they just drafted away last season, but they may have to go another one here because it's their defensive line. I don't know if it's going to be solid enough to compete with any of the other lines just to pressure the quarterback whoever they face.
All right, next team, Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is the first QB off the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who this will be, Matt Corral or Kenny Pickett or Sam Howell. One of the three will be taken here, in my opinion. They have to. Y'all got anything more to say or no?
Nah.
Quarterback. That's plain.
That's it. The Steelers are they're a well-rounded team. They just need a quarterback.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Defense. I don't care where defense, just defense.
A receiver too, though.
I think the Raiders go either I go something on defense because that's what they struggle with mostly, but also, I mean, at first, like, if
I don't have anyone besides Hunter Renfrow who's like.
I mean, also Darren Waller, but if we're talking like wide receiver, yeah, then you may go that. Obviously, losing out on.
I think he's probably your second or third best receiver. I don't think he's like a number one.
He kind of reminds me of like Cooper Kupp, kind of like he's like a slot receiver, small receiver that can he's always there.
Except Cooper Kupp is, I think, a lot better.
Yeah, no, but he's like a worse version of Cooper Kupp. I mean, like the way he plays, the way
that makes sense.
Runs. The way that the Raiders use him compared to the way that the Rams use him as like a slot receiver, but obviously Henry Ruggs was the guy you had on the outside that would always run those slants or the flies or whatever the car would always find him downfield. So if they can draft one of those guys, one of those speedsters on the field at least, mostly on the field we're hoping for, then I think the Raiders can be back. I mean, we saw the impact that Henry Ruggs had on this Raiders team because They were 3-0 at first, then they lost like three of their 5 or 4 of their last 5 or something, and then before you know it, who knows? The Raiders could make the playoff this weekend. I think it's going to take them winning and maybe like the Jaguars being the Colts or something. It's something like that, something really crazy. But the Raiders have a chance to make it this weekend, and it would be a heck of a story with the Raiders losing their head coach and then their top receiver. If Carr is able to keep this whole entire team together and lead them to the playoffs, that would be an incredible story. Yeah. But I think that they could go receiver. I think they could go receiver here, or it's just defense.
All right, this is where you have the Eagles' second pick, their own pick at 18. If I'm not mistaken, we had them taking a. Oh no, okay. We had mixed opinion. I had them taking a safety, but you guys had them taking a receiver, right? Tejas had them taking a receiver.
But with their second pick, they can alternate here. Pick and choose.
Linebacker might be like another spot for them.
Yeah.
So what do you got?
I think that this is their second pick. They have like 3 in the first round, I think, but
yeah, this is where I have a linebacker here and a receiver at 21, which is their last pick. They take Drake London at 21 out of USC.
Yeah, I think I said that they take. I think I said that they go wide receiver for their first one. I think that maybe they go linebacker, defensive line type of player right here. Maybe for both of their last 2 picks, actually. Or an O-line.
Devin Lloyd is probably the best linebacker available from Utah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Chargers.
I would go defensive. Again. Or O-line.
There's stud tight end here.
Possibly.
I don't know. Like the Chargers are pretty well rounded, but I think they could upgrade on their tight end.
Okay, they could.
I think they could also upgrade on their defense as well. So what do you have for the Chargers?
I think that they could go. Their team's just obviously really, really good, but
the tight ends suck in this draft, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say. I think I was gonna say tight end for the. I forgot which team, but they could really use a tight end. I think
the tight ends in this draft are terrible. They're like 63rd is the best tight end.
Yeah, I saw that. They're the top rated tight end is like 60 in this early 60s, so definitely not good at all. But Chargers have such a good all around team. Top 10 quarterback, I would say maybe arguably borderline though for sure. Borderline top 10 running back. Great.
We all had him in our top 10.
Oh, Eckler, right? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're talking about Justin Herbert too. We had Justin Herbert in our top 10 as well.
Did I?
Did we not? None of us had Keenan Allen in our top 10 receivers?
No, we did. I had Keenan Allen.
Oh, I had Keenan Allen too. Yeah. He was.
Oh, so we all did. So top 10 receiver, along with Mike Williams and Did they not draft a receiver? They did, right? No, they didn't.
Josh Palmer, they have.
Him, and then I think it's just led by Keenan Allen and Mike Williams though, and then Jared Cook is their top 10 end, but obviously there won't be a tight end drafted till like the 5th round or something. But O-line's great, defense is great. We saw a healthy Derwin James this season. It was great. Corners were their team was just good all around, but maybe they go something on the defensive end. Because I think offense is near, not obviously like perfection.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have them taking Jordan Davis, a defensive lineman from Georgia.
Yeah, I think they would go something defensive line. I don't know about. I think defensive line would be the way to go here.
All right, 21. We just talked about the fucking we just talked about the Eagles.
What the hell, yo? How many picks do they have?
I told you they have 3 picks.
Jesus,
Dolphins at 22. I had them trading up to I think 9 or something to the Washington pick to take Charles Cross. But
I'll take Kenny Pickett. No, I'm joking. I just want to. I mean, I don't know.
Talk about Deshaun Watson.
Watson, right? Yeah, I thought very long and hard about it. Like the night that we were eliminated from the playoffs. And right, the main goal in the National Football League is to win. And with Tua Tagovailoa as my team's quarterback, I don't know if we can do that with him under center. And I really don't know if he's that guy. Now I'm a huge fan of him, obviously, because he's part of my team. So, and obviously, the whole tank for Tua thing, I was part of that whole thing. And obviously, I've said multiple times, I wish that we did draft Herbert. And I think if we did have this podcast, like going back in April of 2020, I would have said out here, which I kind of wish I did, because now nobody really believes me, even though I have proof that I said it, that I wish that we did take Justin Herbert over Tua. I just felt like Tua, he was coming off of all of those injuries and stuff, and coming off of the best O-line, best receivers, best defense, best team, best head coach, best everything in the nation at Alabama, going into this team with awful O-line, awful receivers until we drafted Waddle and stuff, then
awful head coach.
No, I mean, the first half of the season type stuff, yeah. Second half is a whole different story. I mean, then you get injured, like you're in week 2 and you're out for a couple weeks, and then you go on a 7-game losing streak and you're 1-7. The whole thing's messed up, and then randomly out of nowhere you have this whole entire winning streak. But I mean, honestly, it was against pretty awful teams. Ravens was a surprising game as they looked right past us, though. But I don't know. I just really think Watson said, by the way, he's had 18 of his 22 lawsuits settled with. If he can get the last 4 done, then we can trade for him. And also what I saw is that the Dolphins had a package ready to trade for him if he could get those 4 lawsuits.
At the deadline, it was from the Houston Chronicle. They said it.
At the deadline, which means that he had 18 of his 22 lawsuits done at the deadline, which means that was months ago. So he's had a couple months to get these 4 lawsuits done, and if he can get those done, the NFL has not suspended him. They never said that they were going to suspend him. I think they said that they were not going to. So if he can get those 4 done, I mean, no, we might be able to trade for him and get a new quarterback in town. I won't throw away my jersey.
Stop this blasphemy right now. Stop this blasphemy right now.
Your team will be trash, bro. even with Watson, like you can have
right for the best.
Prime Brady, bro. Your O-line is terrible.
Yeah.
You can't. Everyone's school tomorrow. I don't know. I just think that we do draft O-line here no matter what. No matter what happens, I think we draft O-line.
New England Patriots, I think they gotta go receiver.
Me too.
I agree.
Receiver.
And Chris Olave is probably the next best guy out of Ohio State. Cardinals.
Defense. D lineman. A defensive tackle, especially. That's more important. Because Chandler Jones and JJ Watt are good. They just don't bring enough interior pressure. They allow a lot of they allow teams to run the ball freely against them.
Go cornerback. I would go cornerback.
Corner?
Yeah, I think I'm not. I don't think Byron Murphy is as good as a lot of people think he is. Every time I see him, he's always getting burned.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But I feel like D-tackle is more important. Because they allow a lot of teams to run the ball just up the gut.
Yeah, that's true.
McCaffrey just torched them. Dylan and Jones had a monster game. They just get torched up the middle. So I feel like D-tackle is important.
Tackle could work actually. You still have Jordan Davis from Georgia, who's nobody's taking him. He's still there, so D tackle could work. You got anything, Hudson?
No, I just think they go receiver here pretty easily.
I mean, you have DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, and Rondell Moore.
And Rondell Moore. I don't know why do you need and AJ Green?
Oh, sure. I thought you were talking about the Patriots still. My bad. Cardinals. I for the Cardinals, okay. Where was okay? Hold on, I lost where the Cardinals were. I think that they could go cornerback here. I know that they, huh?
I think I said corner too. That's why.
I think they would go cornerback because they drafted not Rashad Bateman, Rondale Moore, who's been a big success as a player this season. So I think cornerback would be the way to go here.
Buffalo at 25.
I would go defensive edge. I know they just drafted Greg Rousseau, but you need more depth at that position. I'd go get a defensive lineman at least.
Defensive lineman is what I would say too. And you can take any one of these guys like Jordan Davis if he doesn't get taken. Yeah. If the what's it called? If the Cardinals go with the corner, like I said, they should go for like taking like a Roger McCreary or Claire Alarm from Florida. I would not mind the Bills taking a defensive lineman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And next team, Cincinnati Bengals. O-line, right? O-line?
They
I
gotta
would
go
say
O-line.
O-line, yeah.
They still have
and I would say some secondary help as well.
Cornerback, something like that.
Cornerback depth.
cornerbacks. Yeah, cornerbacks are pretty solid because Claire Alarm, let's say he gets taken, you still have Roger McCreary, you still have Ahmad Gardner, still have some guys here. So either that or O-line for sure. And then I think the Cowboys also need a corner at 27.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would say the Cowboys need secondary help. Corners,
You have Trayvon Diggs, but
okay, Trayvon Diggs is one of the most overrated corners in this league. Can we agree on that? Dude gives up so much coverage, so many yards in coverage. It's just what the Cowboys need. They need to move Diggs to free safety. And then go get another corner. That's what I would do.
yeah, I think that'd be because Diggs is like a ball hawk anyway. So
yeah, that would work perfectly.
yeah, let's take a corner. Tampa Bay at 28.
I would go Loki. I would go receiver.
Really?
Oh, think about it. You're probably going to lose Godwin over the offseason. And you probably just lost. You definitely lost Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
So receiver seems logical, right?
Yeah,
Or you go corner.
I was gonna say corner.
But receiver is a possibility if Brady wants more weapons.
So who's apart from like Murphy Bunting? It's Richard Sherman, right? Who's the other corner?
Yeah. And
he's on his last leg.
Jamel Dean, and what's the other dude's name?
Jamel Dean is third stringer, I think.
No. Someone's hurt for the Bucks.
Curtis Riley?
No. Another corner, not Winfield.
Rashard Robinson?
No.
Cockrell? Carlton Davis?
Carlton Davis, that's who it is. Carlton Davis. That's who it is. Yeah.
Carlton Davis, yeah. I would still go with the corner here. I think Richard Sherman's on his last leg, and I think he needs a stud.
Agreed. But receiver is a big.
Yeah, receiver could work too. I don't know what happened to Tejas, but he just left the call. Hudson, what about you?
For the
Bucks.
I mean, I'm not sure when Godwin's going to be back next season, but whatever it is, it won't probably be at the very start of it. And don't want to be naming names here, but a certain guy named Antonio Brown may not be coming back next season. I'll say there's a big chance that he definitely won't be coming back next season. And so they could draft him. They got, Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller, Cyril Grayson, who...
Rashard Perryman, too.
Yeah, they have him too, who I completely forgot about. I forgot where he played. The name sounds familiar. I just forgot where he
For
played.
the Bears,
before.
he played for the Bears, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah, he did. He did.
Was it like the Jets or something? I don't know. But he's solid receiver too. They're gonna have Mike Evans and then just a ton of, I feel like, average receivers. So I mean, we're gonna see how. I mean, whoever they take, they're still gonna be a Super Bowl contender. Obviously, it's not like any of these draft.
It was the Jets. You're right. I just Brashad Perriman went to UCF. That's why I knew him.
Okay. But yeah, I think that they would probably go wide receiver here, just because. I mean, there's really nothing else that they need. I mean, obviously they're not going. I mean, maybe running back. I mean, their running back class is really strong this year, but maybe they trade back to the second round, take a running back or something like that. Who knows?
Someone has to take a running back. It might be them.
Yeah, because they. I mean, they
no
really
one is taking
nobody.
running backs.
Yeah.
I mean, they have what's his name? Rojo and who else? Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, but Fournette has been getting injured a decent amount recently. Well, I mean, I think actually like once, but
He's on IR, Fournette.
yeah, he is right now. He just got injured like once this season, I think.
And Ronald Jones might be a free agent.
Bro, Ronald Jones
I think he is he.
Yeah, Ronald. Tages is mad because Ronald Jones sold him in fantasy.
Oh.
All right, Kansas City Chiefs.
O-line? I mean, no, we already said. Didn't they already have a pick?
No, they didn't.
Or no, the maybe O-line.
I would say defense, dog. I don't really care where. Just stop somebody. Safety. I know they have Tyrann Mathieu. Corner. I would go corner. They have Snead, but apart from that,
Yeah.
yeah, I would go corner. And then at 30, Detroit Lions receiver. I don't really care who it is. Just draft a receiver.
Is this the Lions pick?
This is the Rams
Is
pick.
this the Rams pick?
Yeah, Rams pick.
I said receiver too.
Yeah, receiver and/or defensive line.
They got a stake in Malik Willis. Crazy.
Oh hell no! What?
Malik Willis has got a lot of upside.
No. He can be a good QB, but it's not that he's bad. It's just that the Lions, they're not going to take a quarterback.
I think we're gonna stick with Jared Goff for this last season. We'll take one next year probably. Titans. I'd say receiver. Right, Julio is like getting older.
So Falcons, they could use one. Oh, the Titans. Oh, I thought you were talking. Yeah, when you said Julio, I thought Falcons. I think the Titans can definitely. I mean, probably something on the defensive end though, because
y'all slept on the Titans heavy.
Even with Derrick Henry out, they did better than I thought. And
Bud Dupree's on their defense. Janoris Jenkins.
Listen, the Titans did really, really good this season, obviously, but you have to give. I mean, I thought that maybe the Colts had a chance, and without this Raiders game, I think they would be only a game behind them or something. But
the Colts, because when the Colts and Titans played, both of y'all picked the Colts, and I picked the Titans, and the Titans won because you know why? Carson Wentz threw it off of his guy's helmet, and it won. Yeah. And they had a safety.
Yeah, I remember that. But the Titans' defense played better than I thought this season. Their offense obviously played spectacular, despite losing, arguably, the best running back in the NFL. Arguably. But but I think that they just add more to the defense end. They drafted Caleb Farley. I wasn't really paying attention to him much this season. Did he have like a good season or average?
He was literally on. He was on IR the whole season. He didn't play.
He didn't play the whole season. Not a single. Okay, yeah. Was it because of the back injury?
No, he actually played one game.
And he injured himself in that game.
No, dog. He played his one game was against you guys, I think.
Really? So he came
not you
back.
guys. His one game was against Buffalo. Sorry. But they won 34-31.
That sucks. I guess that's kind of not a waste, but
Yeah.
not what you're looking for in a first round pick. But I think they add more to the defensive end here, whoever it is.
Last team, Green Bay Packers.
I think they go cornerback too.
I think they go D-line.
D-line, yeah, I was going to say D-line.
Kenny, what about Kenny Clark?
Bakhtiari's injured. Elton Jenkins is getting older.
Oh, you said O line or D line?
Oh, no, I meant O-line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Speaking of the Packers, I watched Tom Brady outclass them. I watched the replay. Tom Brady.
When was it on?
Huh? Oh, no. It was on like YouTube. I was watching it, but yeah, man, Tom Brady in the first half was unstoppable. And you know who didn't play that game? Antoine Winfield, and Aaron Rodgers sold. So
He didn't play that game?
he did not play that game.
Huh.
So yeah, that's basically it. Y'all got anything more?
Nah, we good.
Not really.
All right, cool. So make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. We'll see y'all later as always. Peace.